It wouldn't let me go Instagram live. I wanted to go Instagram live. So let's see if it allows me this time. Oh, there we go. It worked this time. Happy days. Okay. Today's TED Talk is about the real reason. Today's real TED Talk is about the real reason you skipped the gym this morning and how it's probably not related to being lazy. So, as always, I have notes. We're going to start. So, I am somebody who hates getting up in the morning. Do not like it at all. And I imagine many of you are the same, who really likes being woken up by an alarm clock. I certainly do not. But when we have busy lives, kids, families, etc., sometimes the early workout is the only way you're going to get the workout in, because when kids are calling at the end of the day, or your job extends over past time, or you get asked to do more hours at the end of the day, or you're on shift work, sometimes you don't have the energy mentally or physically to do your workout at the end of the day. Now, I had a consultation with somebody very recently who had this exact problem. When he got into the gym, is amazing. I've trained with him before, and he sweats and he works so hard. That's not the issue. The issue for him was getting up in the first place. And he called it lazy. And I don't necessarily think that that's true. And the problem is, he was in this endless cycle of wanting to get up and planning to go on a Monday and just not doing it because there was no motivation there to do it in the first place. So you end up in this I can't be asked routine. You stay in bed for an extra hour, you wake up, you feel guilty because you didn't go in the first place, and it becomes a bit of an endless vicious cycle, which is what we're going to hopefully try and break with some of the advice today. Okay, so you end up telling yourself, as he was telling himself, that you're just not motivated enough. But I strongly believe that motivation is strongly, greatly overestimated. I think that motivation is very fleeting, and it comes and it goes. And motivation is an emotion. And like any emotion, one day you can have it and the next day you don't. So that's why you lack motivation, because you're just not feeling it, because it's an emotion, right? So the problem you have isn't necessarily a motivation problem, but a friction problem. Okay. So you have friction stopping you from getting to the gym in the first place. So what we need to do is we need to turn the habit we want, which is getting up in the morning, we need to make that nice and easy. And we need to make the bad habit we have of not getting up harder. Okay. So lubricate the good, add friction to the bad, rather than the other way around. Because at the moment, if you can't get up early enough, it's because you're making that too difficult. So let's explore some ways that we can make that easier. Okay, we need to make the path of least resistance at this point is staying in bed rather than getting up and doing the work, and we need to switch that on its head. Okay. Okay, so you need to stop thinking in terms of I want to go, and turn it more into I need to go. And this is where I use my never miss twice system for my clients. If you miss once, you don't miss a second time, and we don't turn it into a habit with constant reminders and accountability and updates. Okay, so let's use the weekly food shop as an example. Whether you do it actually going to the supermarket, or you do it online, either way, it needs to be done, right? Are you motivated to do it? No. I can't ever say once in my life that I have sat down on my phone or gone into Tesco's or wherever and gone, do you know what? Whew, I am super motivated to do this food shop this week. I really can't wait. I'm super psyched and pumped to get this food shop done. Nobody is excited to get the food shop done. Okay. But it needs to be done. And that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on the fact that getting up, you need to get up, not that you want to get up. Okay. So your goal needs to pivot and change. And it needs to pivot and change from I have to get up to work out to simply making the win I need to get up. And that's what I did with this client who I had a consultation with. Like I said to you earlier, he's always very capable of working out. That's not his issue. His issue is getting up in the first place. So we needed to make getting up as frictionless as we possibly could. Okay, so showing up is the goal. Showing up is the goal, not the workout. So I did see him this morning after our little coaching chat we had on Friday, I think, of last week. So we had the chat. I promised him I'd message him on Sunday to give him the things that he needed to achieve that. And I saw him this morning, bit of a fist bump. So that's a win, right? He only did 15 minutes of cardio. I say that was a really poor word there. I said he only did 15 minutes of cardio. Because the win was getting up. That was really naughty of me. The win was getting up. He did 15 minutes of cardio and he left. And that's a win. Because for the past 30 days or longer, he's not stepped in the gym, maybe once or twice. But he committed to something and he did it. And that's the win. Really naughty of me to say only. Okay, so here's what we need to do in order to make sure you get your ass up and to the gym, or your ass up and just out of bed and into the car. Okay, so the key here is all of the work is done the night before. All right, if you wake up in the morning and you have to wake up, go toilet, turn the lights on, find your work clothes. What are you wearing for that day? What's the plan? What's your shake? Where are your gym clothes? Oh my God, I can't find my tie. It's a ball ache already. And I can't even list the things that I need to do. So I make it as absolutely simple as I possibly can for myself. And this was the tip I gave my coaching client. Get your stuff ready the night before. So gym bag in the car ready, but gym clothes next to his bed. So when he wakes up in the morning, they go straight on. If he's changing at work, make sure he's got his shower stuff with him if he feels like he needs it, but his work clothes in the car as he needs it as well. If he's having a breakfast snack and going from the gym straight to work, make sure you've got a post-workout snack slash breakfast that you can easily have. Overnight oats, a protein shake, something that you can just consume while you're on the way. If you want something, maybe Huel might work as well. I quite like Huel. I haven't used it for a while, but when I was very on the go, it worked out very well for me. Water bottle filled and ready to go. And actually, because it's nice and cool at night, putting that in the car is an awesome option as well, because it'll be nice and cool in the morning. Okay, so those things are really easy. So all he had to do there, oh, and set the alarm clock the night before as well, because then it's just, it's going to go off. All of those things make it very, very easy to just wake up. Now, believe me when I say that I am not a morning person at all, but I am at the gym 6 o'clock in the morning for my clients. In fact, I roll in bang on 6 o'clock. Yes, I should probably, that's the door and I'm not answering it. Yes, I could probably afford to wake up a bit earlier. So I'm there 5 minutes earlier, and that's a bad thing on me. But I wake up, I roll out of bed, I go toilet, brush my teeth. I then put some clothes on. There's definitely somebody talking out there. I put my gym clothes on because I've prepared them ready to go. My bag was already set downstairs, make a coffee, and I leave you. You need to excuse me a second. Hello? Hello? Can you just dump it there for me, pretty please? Dump it all there for me. Gavin Dawson. Thank you. Haha. Thank you. Well, that happened in a live. They were banging hard. He wanted the signature. Where did I even get to? Me getting up in the morning. My God, how funny. I was really trying to ignore that. Okay, yeah. So I get up in the morning and I literally bang, 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 and I'm out the door. I think if I had to do everything in the morning, it just wouldn't happen. Okay, so that's how you need to do it. And you need to reframe it as the workout isn't the win, because you know you can work out when you get there. How many times have you said to yourself, working out is fine? It's getting there in the first place. Don't address the workout, address the root cause of the problem of why you can't even get up in the first place, and make it easy and frictionless so you're not making it so difficult. Okay, so then we need to address the fact that it's selfish, because it's not selfish. I personally think that if I was sluggish, weak, lack of energy, that it would be really selfish of me to be like that for my family, because I want to have more energy. To have more energy, I need to be able to train and work out. I don't want to take that time away in the evenings, because if I take that time away in the evenings, I miss my family. Then I feel guilty. Whereas if I leave earlier, before work, or I train and then come home rather than doing it in the evening, I'm home sooner for my family, so I can see my kids and my fiance and spend family time with them, which I find very valuable and is very important. So getting up early is a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. And sometimes you have to think to yourself, what is the worst? What pain am I willing to deal with? Because there's always a choice, right? Are you willing to deal with the pain of being overweight, having no energy, being unhappy with how I look, having a bit of a gut? Or am I okay with dealing with the fact that I don't like getting up early, but I'll do that in order to not feel the pain of having no energy, looking at myself and feeling disgusted, feeling weak, feeling sluggish, feeling tired all the time? And I think I'd rather get up early and deal with that pain than look at myself in the mirror and feel that pain. I know that I would prefer that. Okay, so you need to stop waiting for motivation, because motivation is not just gonna go, oh, here you go, there's some motivation for you. It's not gonna happen. You need to fix the system that you have of not getting up in the first place. And making it as frictionless as possible is absolutely going to be key. Okay, so attack that friction and prepare for the next day. So it's not about laziness, it's about the system you have and the drive you have to do it. So, like my client who had the issue with not even being able to get up in the morning, make it easy for yourself, prep everything the night before. So, all you have to do is roll out of bed, get in the car, and go. By the time you've even thought about it, you're already halfway there to the gym, and then you can get your workout done. Even if it's 15 minutes on the treadmill or the Stairmaster, it's better than nothing. And then we build the habit on there. And then, yes, okay, there you go. Reframe it. It's not the workout, it's the getting up in the first place. If you want to learn more about how I might be able to help you, or if you need any tips or advice, or you just want to have a chat about your training, comment the word plan, as has been strolling down here the entire time, and I would be more than happy to have a chat with you about how I can help. Thank you very much for coming to my Gavin talk.